I'm going to share 4 important themes in the Golden Bachelorette that people of all ages are going to be able to relate to, and why you should watch the Golden Bachelorette if you haven't already. Theme number 1 of the Golden Bachelorette is you can find love later in life. The central premise of the show is that love has no expiration date. The cast of the Golden Bachelorette, which are single people in their 50s and 60s, are actively searching for love. It's about time we defy against stereotypes about dating and finding love as we grow older. Some of the most meaningful and loving relationships happen when we're older, for many reasons. We don't have families to bring up anymore. We're finding companionship. We are older and more mature and wiser, and we know how to set boundaries, and we know how important partnership is as we age. Theme number 2 in the Golden Bachelorette is meaningful connections can lead to attraction. Many of the bachelors on the Golden Bachelorette have deep connections and deep conversations with Joan about the importance of their shared values and life experiences. This is not something that we do when we're younger often. I don't know about you, but when I was younger, I looked for immediate sparks. It was the chemistry over compatibility, chemistry first, and that often led to crushing and burning. But when we get older, we look for emotional compatibility first, hopefully. And we know that if we are connected emotionally and we have the same life goals, we can grow those sparks and the physical chemistry. Theme number 3 of the Golden Bachelorette is that grief is complicated. Joan really thought that she was open to finding love again after losing her husband, but there were many times in the show when she broke down. She wasn't sure she was ready because grief is filled with many ups and downs, and dating after losing a spouse can lead to feelings of deep pain and guilt. And I'm so glad the show talked about these issues because there are very few places, especially in reality TV and in shows like The Bachelor, that deal with grief. Also, many of the bachelors were dealing with the loss of a spouse or the loss of a marriage in divorce, and that made their journey to finding love again a poignant exploration of healing and moving forward. These are real issues, and they talked about them with grace. Theme number 4 in the Golden Bachelorette is that male friendships can deepen with age. One of the most delightful surprises of the Golden Bachelorette was being able to watch the men bond and laugh together and enjoy each other's company. True friendships seem to have developed, and it's rare to see men bonding so vulnerably with each other on reality TV. When men are younger, they often connect over sports and other forms of competition. But I love the richness of the emotional bonds with men that can form later in life. And there was a lot of comedy as well, and even a few tearful moments when one of the men left the show and he said he will miss the camaraderie because he lives alone. And there is a loneliness epidemic in our society today. So I love the male friendship theme in The Golden Bachelorette. There were a few more things that stood out for me in the show. The first was Joan's thoughtful discussions with each of the men before going to the fantasy suites. Generally speaking, the fantasy suites are where people turn off the cameras and you have time alone, and often people are intimate. But she mentioned to each one of them before they even agreed to go to the fantasy suites that she is not going to be intimate on these overnights. She did not feel comfortable being intimate with more than one person at a time, and she just wasn't ready. And all of the men respected her for that. I love that. I think that's an important thing to take away. And for all of us who are dating at any stage in life to really understand your own desires and your own way of bonding, and whether you are comfortable being intimate with more than one person at a time. Joan also displayed incredible sensitivity and kindness in her private meeting with the second to last bachelor after she had already fallen in love with someone else. Instead of waiting for the final rose to send this man away and break his heart, she has a heart-to-heart with him privately and does not take him to the final rose ceremony. She tells him that she loves him, but her heart belongs to someone else. She says it's a different kind of love. And I admired her honesty, her sensitivity. The man did break down and cry. He really thought that they were connecting, but she was honest and she was sensitive, and I thought it was really kind of her. The Golden Bachelorette does have its cheesy Bachelor franchise moments because, after all, it is a Bachelor franchise show. But overall, these 4 themes that I shared make the show worth watching. What do you think made the show worth watching or not worth watching? I would love to know. If you are a Golden Bachelorette and you are struggling with finding a partner, please reach out to me. Set up a time by going to lastfirstdate.com/application. Apply for a consultation with me. It's absolutely free. I will talk to you, find out what your particular struggles are, and tell you how I can support you on going on your last first date.